Hey guys, Grant here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my whole entire Nintendo handheld collection. So this ranges from the Game & Watch to the 3DS. Um, I will not be counting the Switch, just because I don't really classify it. I mean, I know it technically is a handheld, but I sort of count it in the main 7 systems. You know, the NES, SNES, and 64, GameCube, Wii U, and Switch. I also have a 3DS XL, but it is not with me at the moment, so for now, we're doing these. So, the first one I have is Game & Watch Ball. It's not the original one. It's a reproduction cartridge. Well, not a cartridge. It's a reproduction. So, back in the day, Club Nintendo, they re-released the Game & Watch. I think its anniversary, something's anniversary. Yeah, I think it was the Game & Watch is like 30th anniversary, I believe, in 2010. I think that's when this came out. But they made a whole entire they made a whole entirely new version of Game & Watch Ball, which was the first Game & Watch to come out. But that's the one I have. So this isn't like an original Game & Watch, but it's still a Game & Watch. This one was made in 2010 by Club Nintendo. So it's pretty cool. And you can obviously tell the time. But so we'll put that right here. The next one is the Game Boy. Everybody should be familiar with the Game Boy. It is a very iconic system. Only problem with it is obviously the multiple. Well, people say that the Game Boy was in black and white, but in reality, it was more so multiple shades of green. Here, let me demonstrate. See, I'm playing Donkey Kong 94 on this thing. So it works pretty good. I like the Game Boy a lot. Next we have the Game Boy Pocket. It's the same thing as a Game Boy, except that if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the contrast is now on this side, and the volume is now on this side. Whereas on the original Game Boy, the volume is on this side, and the contrast is on this side. You can also see that, if I'm not mistaken, that the link cable has been... Yeah, see, the link cable is right here versus right here. I think that's the link cable. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the headphone jack's usually right here, and the headphone jack on here is at the bottom. So, other than that, yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's just the screen is bigger on this one. Well, I don't know. Is it bigger? I can't really tell. I think it's a tad bigger. I may be wrong, though. Also, it's black and white now. It's not multiple shades of green anymore. And I'm playing Super Mario Land on it. So pretty good. It's a very good version of the Game Boy. Next we have is the Game Boy Color. Now, this was a very interesting console. There's a lot of controversy whether it is a full successor to the Game Boy, or if it is or if it's just like a new version of the Game Boy with games that work exclusively for it. Some people think that. I personally think it's a full-on successor to the Game Boy. Sure, it's backwards compatible with Game Boy games, and people may say, well, some games only work for the new 3DSs, but that doesn't make it a full successor for the 3DS. Yet you're right, but the difference is this had hundreds of new, I believe hundreds of, I wouldn't say thousands, but yeah, about a good few hundred new exclusive Game Boy Color exclusive games. So see, I have Donkey Kong Country right now. It says Game Boy Color. So obviously it would only work on a Game Boy Color. And as the name implies, it is in color now. And what's wrong with my... What is wrong with my copy of Donkey Kong Country for Game Boy? Here we go. Much better. So, as you can see, the graphics are a little enhanced. There's obviously color. But other than that, there's not much of a difference. It's still a Game Boy at its heart, but I count it as a successor to the Game Boy. It's a whole lot smaller, and it came in a lot of different colors, just like the Game Boy did with the Play It Loud series. But they got rid of the contrast thing. There's your volume, your I believe this was your link cable. I don't know, but this was I think this only worked on some games, so you could like scan it and you could trade stuff with it. But here's your power button. You can turn off. Headphone jacks down here. Other than that, pretty good. This is the Game Boy Advance, and I have the white one, and it's very nice. It's one of my favorite handhelds. My screen's a little scratched up, as you can see, but like there's your link cable. This was actually to put GameCube core game. You could connect it to your GameCube and play certain games with it, like Legend of Zelda 4 Swords and Pac-Man Versus. But yeah, obviously it has shoulder buttons now. There's your power button. Here's your headphone jack, and here's your volume. Let me demonstrate it. Here we go. Pokemon Sapphire for Game Boy Advance. So let's put it on, or put it in. And as you can see, the cartridges look very different as well. They're smaller. There we go. So yeah, it works pretty good. That's as loud as it goes. Yep, Pokemon Sapphire. So pretty good. Here is my Game Boy Advance SP. It's the same thing as a Game Boy Advance, but it's a redesign, and it is very cool. It folds just like a DS or 3DS. You got your if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is your volume. You got 2 shoulder buttons, 2 cable inputs. You got your power button right here. Mine's dead. Yeah, I don't know where the charger went. This is to adjust the brightness, obviously. So the SP had a backlight, which is a huge improvement. And I don't know which model mine is. I'll have to put an update. I'll have to put an update in the description. But other than that, yeah, it's a really good handheld. Only problem is if you have bigger hands, it's sort of uncomfortable to hold. Like allow me to demonstrate. See, it's very sort of like your hands may get cramped, but because it's kind of small and compact right here, but it's still very good. I really like the SP. My last Game Boy I have is the Famicom Colors and Game Boy Micro. Now this did not sell the greatest due to the fact that the DS was the new big thing at the time. This was released in 2004 and this was released in 2005, and so also I don't know, it can only play Game Boy Advance games, no previous games from other Game Boys, like no Game Boy Color original Game Boy games. So that's sort of a downgrade, but it still runs very well. The screen is beautiful. Let's see if I can turn the volume up anymore. No, that's as far as it goes. But as you can see, it is very small. Hence the name Game Boy Micro. And obviously it had different faceplates you could get for it. Oh, sorry, it's thundering outside, so if you're hearing anything, that's what it is. But so I'm running Super Mario Advance on it. And as you can see, it's very small to hold. Let me see. Yeah, see? It's very small. My entire hand could cover this thing. But it's still a very good system. It looks beautiful. This is one of the nicest looking systems out there. No doubt about it. It's very nice, very shiny, very small and compact. The screen is absolutely beautiful. These two buttons light up, which is awesome. Like this. So it's really cool. Alright, next one we have is the DS. And spoiler alert, this one's dead too. Yeah, the SP and the DS use the same charger, so it's kind of a one goes with the other. If the SP charger is missing, this one's charger is missing. So sorry for the inconvenience, everyone, but this is one of the best-selling consoles of all time, but I don't know, the design of the first one always felt kind of awkward to me. It's really nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, something about it. It's still a nice system though. It just looks like something you put like in, to quote Scott the Woz, it looks like something you put in a holster. But the touchscreen works quite well, at least on mine. I bought it used, so this little hinge is broken off, which is one problem. I'm always worried this hinge is gonna break. It never seemed the sturdiest in the world, but everything else about it, that's awesome. Here you have your microphone. Here are your two power. Here are your two lights. So I think this one notifies if it's charging. This one, it shows you how much charge you have in it. Obviously, I have none. But a cool thing about it, so not only did it play DS games, I have Mario 64 DS in here, but it also played GBA games. So I could, suppose I take Pokemon Sapphire, stick it into the bottom of here, and boom. Like, I can play a GBA game on here. It shows up on the top screen. But, yeah, it's very nice. It was very innovative with its clamshell design. I know the SP did it first, but this is what really brought it. This is what really made it big. And the DS took advantage of it in a lot of games, such as Rhythm Heaven and Brain Age. And also, can't forget the dual screens. That's awesome. Okay, here is the DS Lite. It's the same thing as a DS, except it is obviously lighter and smaller, hence the name DS Lite. Just like the DS, it can play Game Boy Advance games, even though in this one, they, like, kind of stick out when you put them in there, like that. It sort of looks awkward, but, I mean, it works. But, and the stylus placement's a lot better. You have it on, right here on this one. Right here on this one. So, yep, here we go. This one's charged. So, turn it on. Of course, we have PictoChat. And all that stuff. So, here's, in my opinion, this is the definitive way to play your Game Boy Advance games on a DS Lite. Or either the DS or the DS Lite. Yeah, the screen's obviously really good. And, I mean, since this is a DS, you can also obviously play DS games on here. So let's pop it out of this one. Let's put this back in there. There we go. Okay, so we put this in here. And the only problem is, whenever you want to go back to the home menu, you have to turn it off and turn it back on again. And whenever you even put a cartridge or GBA cartridge in here, you have to turn it off and turn it back on again. Let's see, we can play Mario 64 DS. And it works pretty good too. At least mine does. It works very good. When I got it, it was like a new condition. But yeah, it's really cool piece of hardware. But yeah, it's a really cool system. Let's turn it off. So, the last DS I have is a DSi. Here it is. Yep, it's charged. So, my problem with this one is the speakers are not as good. They clip a lot when you turn it up. Other than that, it's very good. Sounds a little bit muffled, but, that's my brother. He took that funny picture. Yep. Here is New Super Mario Bros. Works really good. So mine at least works very good. Sorry, I'm not as good as playing with one hand, but everything about this is very good. It's a very good system. The home menu is gorgeous. I'll show you. And it actually had a digital shop on it, the Nintendo DSi shop. It doesn't work anymore as of 2017, or it's 2020 now, but they shut it down in 2017, but there's everything else on here. Of course, download, play, and Picto Chat return. Web browser, Flipnote Studio, this little video that you can delete, but I keep it on here. 3DS transfer tool. The camera, the settings, sound app. All the good stuff is on here. I don't have any DSi work because I bought this in 2019. But, yeah, it's a very nice system. Alright, the last, handheld I have, aside from the Switch, is the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Try saying that 5 times fast. Here it is. Obviously, a whole lot more advanced than the other handhelds, but all the other handhelds are still very good. I have a lot of stuff on this one. So obviously, this is the first system to have the eShop on it, which is a staple of Nintendo to this day. Camera, sound, health. This is just health and safety information. It speaks for itself. Me Plaza. This was a very cool thing to use. It lets you see Mii's from other people's 3DS and stuff and see what they were playing. This was like AR cards and stuff like that. Face Raiders, this is a pretty fun game. Activity log. The first handheld to have a Mii Maker. I know some games on the DS had it, but those were like in the game. This is on the system. You got your download play. You got your system settings. And then here's just some other stuff I have. Like, a lot of DSiWare, a lot of Virtual Console. Again, this is the first handheld to have Virtual Console games. And the Super Nintendo Virtual Console games only work on the new 3DSs. So they made a 3DS, a 3DS XL, a 2DS, a new 3DS, a new 3DS XL, and a new 2DS XL. It's awfully confusing, but I also have a 3DS XL, which is basically the same thing as this, except it doesn't have a C-stick, and it does not have any you can't play like Virtual Console or like new 3DS exclusive. Well, you can't play SNES games on it, and you can't play new 3DS exclusives on there. But so I'll demonstrate a game working on it. Here's my case for my 3DS. Where's Kid Icarus at? I was thinking about putting yeah, here it is. Kid Icarus Uprising. Oh, some bad thunder. But yeah, here's an example of a game working on it. And also, the thing about the 3DS is obviously the 3D, which you may not be able to see all too well off of your computer or phone screen. But yeah, it's still good. The new 3DS systems are way better with the 3D. The old ones kind of strain your eyes a bit. The new ones are much better. So here's Kid Icarus Uprising. On the system. Here, let me grab a stylus.
Here we go.
So I can't really shoot right now.
What's our mission this time? You remember Reapers, don't
But
you?
yeah,
From the underworld?
it's a very good game. But yeah, that's gonna be my Nintendo handheld collection. I look forward to building my collection in the future. I may get a Game Boy Light. I plan on getting a Virtual Boy. I plan on getting the other model that I don't already have, the SP. And I also plan on getting a DSi XL. And the 3DSs that I don't have already. That will complete my handheld collection for now. Unless Nintendo, you know, makes some more handhelds. But anyways, that is going to be my collection for Nintendo handhelds. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.